こんにちは。
こんにちは。
Hello.
Hello.
Long time no see.
I'm Dalton.
You're not. I'm Aoi.
Yes, you're right.
I'm Dalton.
I'm Aoi.
And what are we talking about today?
Today we will talk about pronunciation. Pronunciation.
What kind of pronunciation? In what language?
English.
English pronunciation.
And English.
And English. English and also English pronunciation.
Yes, just you know.
Just so you know.
Just so you know.
Great. Well, I guess take it away. You can
Okay.
let me know what we're talking about today.
ちょっと英語で言うと難しいのは日本語失礼いたします。今日は英語で似た発音の単語を4つ用意してきてから、それをネイティブの誰くんに言ってもらってみんな今どっちだと思うっていう時間を作ります。
Okay.
作りますんです。
すますんです。
世間。
Okay. You sure you don't need a Japanese lesson first?
I need that. で次は2つだけ用意してて、これってどっちっていう少し混乱しがちな英語を用意したから、それも最後まで聞いて楽しみにしててください。私が頑張って用意しました。はい。楽しい時間になります。
Okay, great.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, じゃあ first one. たらクマ、英語で
Bear.
Bear.
Yeah, a bear.
Bear.
Yes, B-E-A-R.
B-E-A-R.
Bear.
How about B-A-R-E?
That's also bear. They're pronounced the exact same.
Exact same?
Yep.
Is it?
No difference.
Oh!
Bear and bear.
I didn't know that, 誰くん。
Yeah.
この意味はなんかベアフットっていう時とかよく使われてるけど、むき出しとか、
yeah.
なんか晒すなんか
Yeah, like naked. Or like raw sometimes. Or yeah, like barefoot is right.
Right, なんか裸足を言う時にベアフットって言うんだけど、そうそんな感じで同じスペリングじゃないのに同じプロナンセーションだから、面白いですね。
Or there's another way of thinking about bear is it's used in a lot of phrases. Like for example, like bare bones means like only using the basic structure of something. There's all I'm saying is the word bear isn't used on its own super often. Sometimes it can be, but it's often used in phrases.
Okay. じゃあそういうそういうことでいろんなウェイで使えますよ皆さん。そういうことで。
So yeah, bear and bear are the same, unfortunately.
そうだったんだ。
Pronunciation is the same. But in context, you'll always know the difference. Like, I got attacked by a bear, you know?
I got attacked by a bear.
Right. It's very obvious that you're talking about a noun, a meishi, right? As opposed to bear, B-A-R-E, which is an adjective. It's describing something.
Okay.
Right. So they're used very differently.
わかるよね。どっちのことをどっちで言ってるなんて。
Right.
Okay. Bear でした。First one は。Second one is 砂漠はスペリングで D-E-S-E-R-T ね。
Yes, I think.
これはI think, you think? What?
Yes.
なんでわかんないか
Because I mess up the spelling of these two sometimes.
Believe のスペルみたいな感じでちょっとコンフューズするよね。
Yeah.
ね。言ってみて、この発音。私はわからない。
So this is desert.
Desert.
Yes.
もう一回言って。
Desert.
Desert. いけてる？
Yeah.
次、これ似た単語誰かすぐわかったかな？
Yeah.
美味しい、大好きな
デザート which is dessert. So this is a situation where the like phonetics of the word are the same, the sounds used in the word are the same, but the stress is in a different place. So there's desert and dessert.
Oh.
Right? See how in the first one it's on the D first? Desert.
Desert.
And dessert.
Dessert.
Right.
それ難しいよ。
So there's a lot of words like this in English. And in this example, with desert versus dessert, they're actually different words. And they're spelled differently too.
違うね。
But there are a lot of words in English that have the same spelling and similar meanings, but when you pronounce them differently, then they mean something different.
わあ。教えてほしいな、それいくつか。
Yeah. Like one example would be maybe compound versus compound. There's lots and lots of words like this. For some reason they're not really coming to mind right now. And there's even a name for what these are. But long story short, moving the stress in a word in English changes the meaning. Or like subject versus subject.
Subject.
Right. They're different words. What's next?
3個目は、壊す。これは英語で、BREAK で、break。
break. Yeah.
簡単だね。で、この似てる英語は、ブッブーの車で使うブレーキ。BRAKE。
Yes,
だから
also break.
Also break. だから、これはさ、break。これはちょっと難しいんじゃない？
何が？
一番この中で。
I mean, this is just like bear and bear, where the pronunciation is actually the same, break and break.
Yeah, but...
The pronunciation is the same, the stress is the same. It's just that they're different words with different meanings, just like bear and bear. So yeah, break and break, different. But they sound the same. Again, depending on the context, you'll probably be able to understand it pretty easily, usually.
だね。
You know, if I...
じゃあ、ごめん。
Also, like they only sound the same, like out of context. So, like if I say I broke the plate, right?
だね。
You never would use a really like. You don't usually use BREAK break in the past tense. You would say something like I hit the brake rather than like. Or like I pressed the brake rather than saying like I broke. It doesn't really make sense in that context. In a car, I mean.
じゃあブレーキが壊れたわ。
I broke the brake.
I broke the brake. そうだよね。過去形になる
Or
じゃん。
my brake broke.
My brake broke.
My
そっ
brakes
か
are broken.
過去形になっちゃうから、もう単語が変わっちゃうんだもんね。
Yeah.
どうですかね。
What else you got? You got any more on your list?
で、ここで4つが終わったから次は、似てる単語で意味が違う。意味同じだけど、ちょっと違う。
Okay.
って感じだよね。
Like the way it's used is different?
Yeah, way use が違う。だから、それを紹介します。まず1個目が、聞くと聞くで、hear と listen.
Oh, yeah. So this one is actually interesting because you do have different ways of writing this one in Japanese. You have two different kanji for kiku, right? There's one of them that is just like it has the gates and the ear and the gate or whatever, which is like to hear. It's more passive. It kind of happens automatically. You hear something. Like I can hear my air conditioner right now. Whereas to listen, in the kanji version, there's a little kokoro on the inside of it.
あるね、
right?
あるね。
Which is like you're using your focus, using your will, using your heart to be with that thing. You're listening to it, right? So to listen to is kind of like you're paying attention, you're actively participating in it. So in English, you listen to music, you listen to the sounds of the birds, anything that you focus on listening to, you listen to your partner's words. Whereas something you hear is something you're not really focusing on, you kind of just hear it. You hear the cars outside, you hear.
その漢字のさ、お話は誰から教えてもらったの？
I don't know. Not sure.
自分で思ったのかな？
Yeah, that's how I learn a lot of like Japanese words is a lot of the concepts in Japanese are rooted in the way the Japanese mind understands abstract ideas, which is completely different than the way an Eastern Indo-European mind understands fundamental concepts. And so I did my best when studying to just, rather than trying to translate all the concepts, just understand how a Japanese mind works.
それすごいよ。
It makes it a lot easier in the long run. At first, it's harder because you have to adjust to a new way of thinking. But in the end, it makes it easier because you can learn Japanese in Japanese rather than always translating everything.
Yeah. 学校でさ、漢字を学ぶとき、その方法で教えてもらわなかった気がするけど、それだったらすごく助かると思う。なんか、漢字100個漢字覚えなきゃいけないときとかも、聞くわ、こっちの聞くは心でだからとかって。
And sometimes it's not all kanji have like really clean, nice ways of understanding that stuff. Sometimes they're kind of like rooted in some older meaning of something, and there's not always a nice, clean reason just like that one.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
at least in this example, it's easy to understand.
ありがとう。いい。失礼。いい方法をシェアしてくれて。みんな分かったかな？ Hear が、聞こえてくる感じで、Listen が自分で意識して聞くことだね。
Yes.
だから、I listen to music だし。
Right. Yeah. It's perfect.
OK。次、これ似た感じだと、もうこれはすっごくいろんな人が気になってると思うんだけど。
Yeah.
いくよ。Watch と、
Yes.
See と、Look。全部見るだね。
Watch, see, and look. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the same meaning, but the way that you use them is different. Okay. So see, watch, and look. This is very similar to hear and listen, where to see and to look are kind of passive.
何それ？
So passive is like the opposite of active. And active means like something that I do, right? I choose to focus on this thing. That's active, right? Passive is like it just happens, right?
Okay. So active が活動的な感じで、
passive
is なんだろう日本語で。感覚的に
There's real grammatical words for this, but we won't focus on it for now.
Okay.
So to see something is like, the interesting thing is, now that I'm actually thinking through it, is sometimes they get mixed up. Because you can say like, I watched a movie last night, but you can also say, we're going to see a movie tonight.
We're going to see a movie tonight. You ね。
Right. It's probably more grammatically correct to say we're going to watch a movie tonight, but people do use like going to see for movies. Or we're going to go see a show, right? Like we're going to go to the theater to see a show or to watch a show.
Yeah.
You would never use look in either of those situations. You would never look at a show or look at a movie. It doesn't make any sense. To look at something is like, it's kind of used most commonly in the sense of like, mite goran, like look at this, or like,
なんか誰かに伝える感じの時じゃない？ロックって。 Look at this.
Look at this.
Look.
Or it's used in like an abstract sense of if I said like, you look like a lion or something. Or
ライオンみたいだね。
or if somebody looks at you, like
誰かが見てるよ。
right, to look at someone or to look at something is different from to watch something or to see something. Like if I see you, the context that would be used in is like if you're playing hide and seek, then it's like
I see you.
I see you, like I can see you, right? If I'm watching you, it's like maybe you're in like a baseball game and like I'm really focusing on you, I'm really, really watching you. Or if I'm like some creepy stalker and I'm like staring at you like from a tree or from the bushes, like I'm watching you, right?
見てるよ。
So it's very like, it's sometimes used in like comedy or
いや、なんかウォッチは私の感覚だと本当にムービーとかの
yeah,
なんかカテゴリーで、
Yeah.
C が割となんか自分で見るだ。
yeah.
C が見るで、ウォッチが見てる。
Yeah, there's different kanji for it actually. There's miru with like the
面に
yeah,
足
the
ついてる
little
みたいな。
legs, yeah. And then there's another meat that's used for like
なんか見るが右側にちっちゃくくるやつね。鑑賞とかの。
exactly that one. And then look is like
なんか探すとか。
yeah, exactly. To search for something, like to look for something
言うね。
is its own phrase.
でもさ、なんでさ、you looks like something ってさ、その、
Well, in Japanese, you do the same thing, right? You say like 何々みたい.
何みたい。
Right?
yeah.
It's the same root. It comes from to look,
だね。
right?
なんだかみたい。すごいじゃん。
すごいね。
さ、よく気づいたね。
I had to learn Japanese, so.
つながらなかった。やっとつながった。どうでしたかでしょうか?
There's other differences between these that probably better explanations of it. This is just me talking randomly from what I'm thinking about right now. There's probably a better way to delineate them, so feel free to Google it if you want like a really good explanation from some grammarian or something.
もっとわかりやすい説明が Google とかにはあると思うからぜひ。でもいいセットリストじゃない。こういうのはなんて言うんだ。いい
セットリストだったね。
セットリスト
Yeah. Of this show that we're putting on right now. What else would you call it?
このいい単語集だったでしょ。
Oh, yeah.
そう、それを言いたかった。
Yeah.
ベアとデザートと
Desert.
それ葵最初のデとかデとかわからない発音。
It's not de, it's de.
デザート。
Dessert.
デザート
Yeah, desert.
皆さん一緒に勉強しましょう。頑張りましょう。私はすごく苦手です。こちら。
苦手じゃない。
頑張れる。break
Break and break.
Hear and listen. See, watch, look.
Exactly.
But I cannot say desert.
You just said it perfectly. What are you talking about?
ありがとう。優しいです。
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Do not thank you for hearing, but thank you for listening.
Oh, yeah. Not hearing.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Yeah, I think that's it for this episode, right?
なんかやってほしいエピソードのなんかやってほしいエピソードがあったら送ってほしいです。
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.